hope you're having a good Wednesday morning. It is actually nice out. As you can tell, we're at UnityPoint, so I don't have my normal view out high V, but I can still see outside. It looks like it's fairly nice out. We'll just kind of keep running with it. In case you missed it yesterday, we had a great conversation with Cleo Franklin, a gentleman who came here from Chicago to play basketball at MCC, and just a great conversation. Bob Albee was there, and great little stories about Muscatine back in the day. So if you haven't seen that one, take a second and watch it. And don't forget that you've got String Fest on Friday from the high school orchestra, well, the whole orchestra, all the way through the school district. You've got tomorrow night, the Muscatine Civic Chorale is singing at First Presbyterian, and we're broadcasting it. And then Saturday is Rebuilding Together. That's it. Lindsay's laughing at me. She's like, I know I could do it better than this guy who's letting this clown sit in the chair. Why are we doing this? No. Go see Frank out on Hauser Street. They're starting about 8 o'clock. You don't have to. You can sign up in advance if you want. If not, you can sign up there. They'll get you to sign your waiver. They'll have coffee, donuts, snacks, water. Pizza Ranch is bringing pizza. So just come help out. They've got 11 projects they need to get done. So take a Saturday and have some fun with them. So we are actually here at UnityPoint, like I mentioned. We have some ladies from the foundation here with us, and it's Thresa Fix.
Correct.
And Lindsey Phillips. And as you all know, Lindsay has sat in this chair, very thankfully helped us out a lot of times, done a great job. So she probably was rolling her eyes at me. We'll have to go back and check the other cameras and see.
I was not.
You weren't sure you weren't.
I didn't want you to forget the Senior Resources Fair on Friday.
Wasn't that last Friday?
No, I think it's this Friday.
No, I
This
think it was
Friday
last.
at the mall.
I'm pretty sure it was last.
We're gonna look, and then they're gonna share it on their Facebook.
Well, so I thought it was last Friday because it was my mom's last day at work was last Friday before she retired, and we were going to send her out there that day. But the problem was it was a surprise retirement party for her. We were on the show. I started talking like, oh, after Mom's party, we'll send, and I'm like, I literally just like let the cat out of the bag about her surprise party on the air. And I may have said a swear word. Luckily, Megan Francis was on. She picked up and started talking while I was completely embarrassed.
Oh, no.
Yeah, the fun of live TV.
Well, congratulations on your retirement.
So
Bummer.
we have a bunch of cool stuff to talk about.
Yes.
And the foundation is something that I think a lot of people don't necessarily understand what its role is, how they participate, and how it sits next to the hospital, essentially, and supports it. So, Theresa, you've been here quite a while.
A little bit,
We won't count how long. It's fine. Could you just give us like a quick overview of like what the foundation is and what you guys touch?
Sure. We are actually here to primarily support the hospital in all that it does. We want to foster community relationships, mainly secure contributions and volunteer resources that benefit Trinity Muscatine and the programs and services we provide here. Our job is really to support the mission of Trinity Muscatine in providing safe, quality health care to the community. And we want to make sure health care remains local and viable in our community. And since 2001, we've done a pretty good job, I think, of helping our generous donors in Unity make worthwhile decisions in how to make a difference in supporting long-lasting projects that impact healthcare for our neighbors, friends, and family members. So, in fact, a lot of people don't know this, but in 2001, we did not have a foundation here at Trinity Muscatine, but we did have a donor walk into the CEO's office one day with a sizable check, and he wanted to give the money to the hospital, but he wanted the hospital to use the money specifically towards bone density services, and he wanted to do this in memory and in honor of his late wife. And in order to support and honor his wishes, we actually established the foundation so that we could deposit that money into a restricted fund and honor his wishes and provide bone density services here in the hospital, and we've done nothing but grow from there.
It's great, you know, when you're a hospital and you're in the healthcare world, and this actually goes for a lot of other industries and organizations as well, there's limits on how you can take money and how you can do things and what you can do with it. And so having the foundation sit next to it, it's, you know, it's kind of like a school and a PTO, or like the high school and the booster club, you know, where they're all working together. You're two separate organizations, technically, right? But it gives you that flexibility to take advantage of like certain tax incentives, or be able to, you know, put like earmarked funds for certain things and still get everything done and still serve the big mission. So that's one of the great things about how you guys set it up. And so one of the other things that, Lindsey, I'd love you to touch on real quick is, as a board member, what are some of the things that like brought this to the forefront of your world and why you love being a part of it?
Yeah, so I've been on the foundation board for, I think, 5 years. It feels like a lot less because it's been a little bit of a crazy past 4 or 5 years. But so when I was asked if I would be part of it, immediately I just thought of how fortunate we are to have local healthcare. I don't know if I'd ever live in a community where I didn't have a place that I could go in a time of need, or even if we're planning long term, or preventative healthcare. Something I had my kids at this hospital. I know you can't do it anymore but it's always been close to us. Like I feel like I was raised here, right, for all of my health needs, and then now having 2 crazy kids, to know that I could just roll down the hill if I needed to get them the care that they needed. When the foundation mission speaks to local healthcare and making sure that it's here and that it's established and sustained, it's a no-brainer for me that I want to be part of it, and I want to make sure that it remains. And sometimes it's hard to do that when you're in a big system of things, because you talked about how the funds are. So this is local money, it's local people, it's local decision making, and it's making our hospital a better place.
Yeah, and one of the things that I really like about it is, and this is off script a little bit, but you know, when you have like a large health care organization, and just the entire health industry right now, you know, you have to find a way to be able to make sure local voices still get heard, because it can be really easy to, you know, the dollars don't always align with local. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. And you have people making decisions in ways that are wise, right? And then, but they may not have all the input, but it's a great way to keep that input going up so that everybody can keep a full, broad picture of everything going on, right? And that's what I love about how the foundation works with the larger organization. So when we talk about stuff like local healthcare and like the programs and like, what are the things that you guys touch as far as like programs? What do the volunteers do? Would one of you guys like to speak to that real quick?
Sure. I'm actually the volunteer coordinator here too.
Yep.
So I'm responsible for Trinity Muscatine Friends and help them provide their services within the hospital. And
What does the Trinity Muscatine Friends do?
Trinity Muscatine Friends is the hospital auxiliary group.
Gotcha.
And they run and manage our window box gift shop, which is right here in the main lobby. And they actually purchase all of the, they do all the buying for the goods in the gift shop. They run the gift shop, they manage it, they staff it. There are no paid staff members in the gift shop. Volunteers support our information desk at the front lobby of the hospital. And we have a service that we are trying to kick off out at Northport Clinic for an information desk person out there. And so we're looking for new volunteers. If anyone wants to join Trinity Muscatine Friends, give us a call. And we also have folks that do fundraisers for the hospital, and they just do a lot of things that are a lot of fun, and they make money for us, and they buy equipment for the hospital and support the hospital in much the same way as the foundation does, but they get to decide what they're going to spend their money
And
on.
it kind of works under the umbrella of
Correct.
the foundation, so.
No, they are
Oh, no, they
separate.
don't, they are separate,
They are
okay.
They're separate.
Interesting side note about the window box you may not know. One of the places that you can get pearl bracelets made by Chris Anderson,
Oh, yes.
the other one. The talented one, not me.
And you can get warmies.
You can get what?
Warmies.
What?
Little,
Oh, like
these are the most adorable little stuffed animals that you put in a microwave and they warm up for your little babies
Really?
if they're sick. And
Hey,
so, yeah.
Chris, would you run in there and grab a warmie, please?
Get
Let's
the
see what.
sloth.
It's a
Everything in there is so cute. So
They're in
you
the
can,
back.
You
Good.
can go in there if you are gift shopping for someone. This is now a window box commercial. You
Hey,
can gift shopping
that's
for somebody,
exactly the point.
like baby showers.
This is the place to go.
In Muscati, as well as other places, right? But this is
Nice
a really
save.
great-
No tax, no tax,
There's no tax.
no tax. They don't charge tax in the gift shop.
Oh.
So
Wow.
this is really great. There's good stuff in there too for even like wedding gifts. If you're going somewhere and you need something. Oh, he didn't get the
Isn't he
slot, but-
cute?
I know. Yeah, he's cute.
So is it like
And-
a kind of like a rice bag function sort of a thing?
A
where,
little
like-
bit, yeah.
Yeah, you can come through.
Hi.
Do you want to feel it?
Oh, that's awesome.
And they're soft.
You
They're
know what?
just the
We actually
best.
used something kind of like this with Ainsley. We would use like
Yeah.
this would have been way nicer because we were using like rice
Yes.
packets. I mean, they were like nice cloth stuff, but this would be like, that's awesome. Stop in and get a couple.
Yeah. There's
I
lots
would
of
think
stuff in there. You
with
don't
this-
have to be getting
With
services
this,
at the hospital.
I feel like how long did these stay warm? Do you know? It's like maybe like tailgating, like go warm one, put it in your sweatshirt.
Well, they
Carry
have
it.
little scarves too, if you want to try
Yeah,
one
but that's
of
not as
those.
fun. That's not as fun. Take a like little bear, put a little Michigan hat on him, and go up to the Iowa game.
There you go.
Yeah.
We're gonna see Chris with all stuffed animals.
I'm-
It's just gonna be
I'm gonna get
surrounded
shot for
by
that.
them.
No, that's all
Oh,
right. I like the
man.
sloth. It has a little book that goes with it.
There you go.
So we've got about half of 2023 left. What do you guys have on tap for the rest of the year? Anything
Fun stuff.
Yeah. Well, we should talk too about some of the things that we have done.
Yeah,
I
absolutely.
think.
Yeah.
So I will tell you, my first board meeting that I ever went to, we approved a lot of money
Yes.
to support physician recruitment. So the foundation has a great program with some loan forgiveness that if you come and commit to working in a rural hospital like Muscatine, because it is, we're a rural hospital, so it can be hard to attract talent.
Yep.
And so our focus is that it's good quality, that they're here for the long haul. We want them to stay and to grow. Like we all know our physicians that have been around for a very long time. We need to start the next generation of that, right? And have them trained and have them established. And so the foundation first meeting, like I think that there was almost $400,000 like total that
Yeah.
was approved in that meeting, and I was like, whoa, this is a big deal.
Yeah.
This is exactly what I want to be a part of, and so it was really exciting, and I left there like, there are some very invested people in this community and making sure that we're able to grow in good health.
Yes.
So I think that is one of the number one things that I think our foundation is proud of, is that because you don't see it, right? But it's
Yep.
happening, and physicians are coming here and they're choosing this hospital over lots, because there's a shortage in healthcare all over the place.
Yep.
They're choosing Muscatine, so that's really great, and we get to say thank you in that way through the foundation. And other things that we've done since I've been part of it, there's been lots of projects since 2001, but in our ER, our emergency department, there's a safe room now, so that if people come in distress too, they can safely receive care or go to a room where there's not things that could harm them or somebody else in those emergency situations. So that's really good too.
Awesome.
Yep.
Awesome.
Okay, what's coming up? Sorry,
What's-
I
What's coming
hijacked.
up?
No, it's
No,
totally
hey,
fine.
that's
No,
right.
that's.
But it was our first
well,
meeting.
so
It
we
was,
were
and
we were headed that way, and then I got sidetracked by the
Warmies.
warmies, and
Yeah.
sometimes it just goes off the rails.
It's hey.
Yeah.
You
That's what
said-
makes
you
it fun.
warned us.
I did. I warned you. I warned you.
And I had
And
my
I'm going to
script.
apologize to Christy right now.
Called yourself.
We're having fun. No. So
It's all right.
So what is coming up for the rest of the year?
Well, 2023, we got some big things coming up. We can't tell you everything.
What? Why?
Some
Just
of
because
it's
we're
a
like on live
surprise.
TV?
Some
Like,
of it's a surprise.
It's going to be invite only.
Yeah.
And-
Oh, of
and
course.
we
See,
might
then I
not
won't be there.
invite you. No.
And
hey, Rachel, do I get an invite to this thing? Come on, just say
I
yes.
don't think she knows what it is.
No.
Just say yes.
say
Just say
no.
yes. You're on live TV right now, Rachel. Come on. Nope. Oh my
Thank
goodness.
you.
I just got jacked. I just totally got
Has
jacked.
not behaved so far. You're probably on the list.
I am. I
Yeah.
guarantee. I'm
Yeah.
always.
Right.
I'm on everybody's list all the time. I'm used to it.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm
which
just kidding about
list?
that.
Oh, it's
Yes.
never the good one. It's never the good
But we
one.
do. We have exciting things coming up. So we
Yes.
should say that one maybe last. We should talk about that one.
We could say that last, maybe.
Not all of the details.
No.
But just why we need to have something so exciting
Yeah.
happening.
So the first thing, we are going to be supporting, well, we got a lot going on down in our surgery area. And the hospital continues to bring in new providers and grow services down there. And we are working on growing some more ENT and women's services down there. So some of our providers have approached us and requested cardiac monitors for the short stay unit, individual rooms, and the infusion center. So that's our next project we will be fundraising for. And we also have committed $1.8 million for furnishings, fixtures, and equipment for the new Mulberry Clinic building project.
She did not say that with enough excitement. Right? That's the
$1.8 million.
$1.8
Yeah, I was like, I mean,
Woo!
Yes.
see,
That's
here's
amazing.
here's the
I
thing.
used to be a cheerleader too. I should have done that so much better.
Yeah.
No,
so
it's okay. You
here's
did great, but
here's the thing, folks, and this is the perfect time to take a quick little aside for this. If you're sitting at home right now and you've got a little extra time on your hands, you've got, somewhere in your life healthcare has made a difference and it's important. This is the time where you can say, you know what, that's something I want to volunteer with, that's something I want to contribute to. This is what it is. It's real people doing real stuff in Muscatine. So it's not, like sometimes I know we did a lot with the University of Iowa Children's Hospital. And sometimes it's scary to kind of step into a volunteer role in the healthcare industry, right? And it doesn't need to be, right? Like it's just people doing this stuff, having fun, doing what's right,
Right.
making things happen. So, sorry, little aside there, just
It's
just
okay.
got to get people at home up and off their butt doing stuff. So,
Well, and the volunteers make a difference because without that guidance at a foundation board table, the money may not have been invested correctly.
Yeah.
It may not have been earmarked correctly to leave us with a very sizable donation that when, there are lots of people working through the Community Foundation and through the UnityPoint umbrella that are trying to make this clinic happen. It is happening. It's
it
going to
is.
be really great.
It is.
There'll be
We've
lots
got
of
Margaret's written a
details.
bunch of articles.
Yeah, there will be lots
Check
of
out
stuff.
discovermuscatine.com.
You're going to see it actually
Tons of
start
info.
happening, right? So when we had the opportunity to allocate funds towards that and make sure that once the building is built and it's beautiful, how do we get it move-in ready?
Yep.
And so the foundation gets to play that part. And to have $1.8 million that we will get to see kind of just evolve forever. Everyone that comes into that clinic is going to be able to utilize the things we're putting in there. And so we think that's
And that's super exciting. Like, my experience, I got to be a part of the specialty clinic redesign at Iowa. And the furniture's fixture and equipment is what makes it welcoming, warm, inviting place to go do something that could be scary, right? Like
functional.
Right, yeah, and that's, the FFE is like so critical, and to have you guys in that role is huge because it maintains that touch, that feel of, the human side of healthcare, which can get lost, and not on purpose, but just, you're dealing with serious, heavy stuff. And that touch is what matters. So that's awesome that you guys are going to be a part of it.
Yeah.
Right.
So that leads to all of the exciting stuff because we've been in a position where we haven't had to come to the community as directly as maybe we'll start to do because we've had really great donors. That
Yes.
money has capitalized, it's been invested, it's been great. But with such a sizable donation into this clinic, we will probably be calling on the community to come and really help the foundation be ready for the next project, whatever that may be. So there will be some fun announcements coming up in ways that people can get engaged and help us do that.
Awesome.
And we'll also have provider recruitment that we'll be involved in.
Yes.
We never want to take the pedal off of that, foot off the pedal there, because we've been in a position where access has been an issue, and people have had long waits for appointments for primary care providers, and we just don't want that for our community.
And it's one of those things, my friend Tony helps with the recruitment stuff, and sometimes like after he's met with a new physician or something, we'll just have this random call, and he just like, I met this super cool person, and sounds like, and like he'll never tell me like who it is, or you know what I mean, but just like, and it's like, God, it's like, I'm so happy that I hear it, but it's like, okay, who is it? Like, what is it? But like, of course he never says anything, but he's just like, I got to have this really cool conversation or whatever. So I love that you guys take that initiative to stay out. And it's something we talk about in Muscatine that we actually do a good job of that I don't think people recognize is across the board in a lot of industries, we do try to stay ahead of everything. So like, you can't take the foot off the gas, right? So like if we're staffed now, okay, fine, but we're going to still continue to look to the future, and we're going to make sure that we don't get put in that position, right?
Right.
And that's critical. So that's awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, so were you guys teasing something else? Like, was there, because like, I think, or not, I mean, like, we don't have to go there, like, it's not a thing, but.
We're going to have something.
Yeah, we're going to have something. We have people on our board that are working tirelessly to plan something. So not all of the details are worked out yet, but we know that we're going to plan something to celebrate and kick off some fundraising and things like that. So just pay attention for details, and then remember the things that we're doing in the community. So when the ask comes, you're like, yeah, I want to be part of that.
Yeah, and we will have, in the comments, we'll put the links where you can go to like contribute or find more information. And as always, I know you can, we know you know how to use Google. We don't have to Google UnityPoint. You'll get to the website. You can find the foundation really easily. Or just call one of us, email Discover Muscatine, email one of these guys, email somebody. They'll get you.
It's really easy right now. They've just redone the website.
Yep.
It looks great. It's easy to navigate, and it'll take you right to Muscatine, so you won't get lost in all of the other campuses that maybe aren't what you're looking for right now.
Which is something, I as with what we do at Pearl City Media, I will say I've always been impressed with how UnityPoint's able to keep, because it is a large organization, right? And that's a huge advantage to us in Muscatine, right? Like to have that resource of the large organization, right? But they've done a good job of keeping it segmented to where it's not, you don't feel like you're getting doctors from wherever else. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, it's easy to stay in the Muscatine local part while being part of and getting the advantages of being the part of the larger organization. So.
Right.
Very true.
Right.
Holy cow, that was a lot.
And if you want to learn more, give me a call. I'll come to you. You can come to me. We'll make it easy.
She may even bring you
A warmie.
You can hold it while you meet.
So quick recap for those at home like me
Yeah.
that like need it like drilled in their head. So the foundation sits next to the hospital, supports the mission all the way across the board.
Correct.
It's all local people handling local donations, local, like, as you said, adding the FFE, the furnitures, fixture, and equipment. I should probably, like those kinds of things. And again, really, it's just about helping guide local healthcare. I mean,
Correct.
ultimately, I mean, it's, and identifying needs and finding a way to solve the problem. And,
Yes.
I think you guys do a tremendous job, maybe in spite of some of your board members that are here with us.
What?
Wait, hey, I had to
Who
get
is
one in.
this guy?
I had to get one in. I had
She
to.
is one of
No,
our
I know,
stars.
She is. Lindsay is
We're
one
all
of my favorite
stars.
people. I will say that. She's absolutely one of my favorite people. So, is there anything else you guys want to touch on? I mean, we covered a lot. Like,
Yeah. Well,
I mean, you guys do a lot, so.
volunteer opportunities that Theresa mentioned. She runs all of that too. So.
Yes, you call me,
she will get you
What-
I'll get you hooked
engaged
up.
in that.
So what, just real quick, what are some of the volunteer opportunities? You mentioned the
Information desk.
Yep,
Window box staff.
yep,
Northport Clinic needs information desk volunteers.
okay,
Fundraising,
okay,
they always need people to help manage the fundraisers or work a fundraiser. And we will be opening up our surgical outpatient care unit desk downstairs pretty soon.
awesome. So plenty of things too, and none of it, I mean, I would imagine hanging out in the window box is actually kind of fun because you have people running in to grab these.
Well,
I'm gonna plug these
You'll
things
just want to spend
like
all your money
600
in there.
times today. What?
You'll just want to spend all your money in there.
Yeah,
They're
no,
really,
it's-
they're really
yeah,
a lot of nice stuff.
it's
One
awesome.
day you'll have to just like walk through there with your camera and show
Yeah,
off the
we
good
could,
stuff
you know
that's
what,
in
we could
there.
probably do that next time.
Yeah.
Maybe if Angie will let me. Awesome.
This
I
is
gotta
why
get
he
permission
gets to
from.
give the digs because I give him
Oh.
all these great ideas.
It is,
Right.
it is. Hey, you know what? I do nothing if not stand on the shoulders of everybody else around me, so.
Right? Good.
So, well, guys, thank you very much
Yeah.
for coming in. It was a blast.
Thank you for
It was-
having us.
Yeah, of course, absolutely.
We'll probably be back. We'll need to be back. 'cause
Yeah,
we'll-
and that's definitely keep us updated, and you know how to schedule yourselves on the show. So make sure that we, whenever you've got something you want people to know, that we know about it. So I think on that note, last call, Lindsay.
I don't know.
You got anything?
We need Megan to tell us when the senior resource fair is.
Yeah. How have we not? How's?
It's Friday. It's Friday.
Then I
know,
totally
it
screwed
is
up. Imagine
Friday
that.
at the
Imagine
mall.
that, Chris. I thought it was last
Yes.
Friday. So
All right. 10 to 1, the 28th
Then we-
at the mall.
I'm gonna. Wow. Then I totally.
See?
Then we may have screwed it up while we were talking about it because
Oh,
we were.
no. Okay, well, now everyone knows.
Angie
Yeah,
knows.
Friday. Yeah. Okay. So quick thing. This is awesome.
It's
There's
Angie's list.
there's a whole bunch of resources for seniors, whether it's like retirement related stuff, healthcare related stuff, community services, all that stuff will be at the mall this Friday, and 10 to 1. Yeah. Well,
Yes.
I'm gonna send my mom since she
Heidi
just
is
retired. Now I can
serving
actually send her.
refreshments.
Yeah. Yeah. It'll be
All
awesome.
that.
So
Yeah, it'll
swing
be
out
great.
to the mall
And then
uh,
Saturday, rebuilding together.
yeah, and Saturday
Lots of
rebuilding
ways to get
together.
involved in the
Yep.
community.
Yep. Awesome. And so we will see you tomorrow.